Hey guys, welcome to Muse and Magic 1111, and thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into what's going on today in your life. And today I just felt inclined to do something very special for Taurus since we are in Taurus season. So, in true Muse and Magic fashion, I am going to start us off with a song. While you're listening, I'll do a bit of a healing. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a chakra balancing. Okay, and then we'll get started. This song is by David Wyatt, and may you prosper. May you prosper as your soul prosper. May your heart forever be pasture to receive mercy, glory from above. May you prosper as your soul prosper. May your heart forever be cautious to receive mercy, glory from above. May you prosper as your soul prospers. May your heart forever be cautious to receive mercy, glory from above. Prosper as your soul prosper. May your heart forever be cautious to receive mercy, glory from above. So every day I will prosper. Every day I will prosper. Again, this is David Wyatt with Prosper. Such an awesome artist. You guys look him up, okay? Um, I have found him on Apple Music, but I also play him often from YouTube, right? As I'm cleaning up or, doing certain things around the house. So anyways, let's just dive in, Taurus. So happy birthday to my Tauruses. Again, I don't know why I typically don't read for Taurus, but specifically for Taurus, but I just felt the need to do so since it is Taurus season. And we're just going to dive in. We're going to dive in right now to what's happening right now or what has happened in the past. What are some of the past issues, Taurus, you've had to overcome or deal with? Maybe you're still dealing with some past issues, okay? Looks like you're hopefully coming up out of this space of a lack of balance. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit at an imbalance. That could be health issues, the body being at a literal imbalance. It could be mental health issues, just kind of the mind being or emotionally or mentally at an imbalance. Or this could just be a feeling of not being quite grounded, like you're kind of just all over the place. Maybe life has been really busy. Maybe your thoughts or your mind has been really busy, but just somewhere there's been some type of lack of balance for some of you. I think you actually feel like you've been, kind of doing some type of balancing act, like dancing around doing the balancing act, right? But with the yin yang symbol, even though it's about balance, it is also, excuse me, I don't know what's going on, about the masculine and feminine energy. So maybe some of you have been also trying to find balance in that. When I say masculine and feminine energy, that I think of, let's say, having to get up and go to work, having to do things. That's more of your masculine energy, having to lead in that aspect. When you're able to kind of sit back and be the nurturer, be, self-care and that kind of thing, that's more the feminine energy, right? So again, there could be this lack of balance and just residing somewhere in the middle. Because if it's all work, 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 and no play, no nurturing, no self-care, then that's a little too far over to the masculine. If it's all play, 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 and nurture, 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 but you're not really getting anything done, that could be, again, a lack of balance being a little too far over into that feminine energy. Okay, so only you know how this resonates. But this is also about I'm gonna have to put my glasses on, new beginnings. So somehow for some of you, maybe the lack of balance could also be um, feeling a little bit topsy-turvy about starting something new, right? On this new path that you're possibly on or thinking about embarking upon. Now, mind you, this is past energy. So if this is something that has recently happened or transpired, something has changed in your life, you're going or embarking upon new adventures or new um, goals and things like that, then again, maybe those things have kind of pulled you out of your norm. So again, there's like this balancing act that's going on, okay? Um, so I'm going to leave that there and we're going to go over to what is currently going on, okay? So that's kind of past energy. Hopefully you're coming up out of that. Some of you, I feel like, are wrestling with coming up out of that, but it is happening. You know, change is the only thing constant in the world, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, but just be aware, okay? Then we have this energy, this current energy of news coming in. We have the letter Oracle, and that is about some type of message coming in, some type of news coming in, but we also have the World card, which is very representative of change. I think of as the world turns. I always think of that when I see the World card, but it's like, you know, change. But this could also mean this message is coming in from some other part of the world, some other part of, you know, somewhere far away. Okay. I wanted to clarify what this actual message or these messages were going to be about. And so what came up was something about acceptance, transmutation, and wisdom. So it sounds like this could be a couple of different things going on with the Phoenix transmutation. This is, you know, Phoenix is always representative of like death and rebirth, right? You know, even so much as so much until it could be almost self-sacrificial, okay? Knowing that something's not working, knowing that you're at the end of the journey or this rope or whatever, and so Phoenix will light itself on fire. You know what I mean? Literally light itself on fire and die for the cause so that there can be new energy, a rebirth that takes place in that. Phoenix is always going through transformation. It's like, you know, it's like you're always going through this cycle of learning. That's why it's very scorpionic energy, honestly. Always going through this, you know, energy of change. And so either there's peaks, right, or there's valleys. And so that's just very indicative or representative of, again, that death and that rebirth cycle, okay? So for everything that, you know, that that ends, there's a new beginning, okay? For every ending, there's a new beginning. So again, this is also about this acceptance. And what I'm feeling like is maybe there's some message or information coming in about, or that is necessary for maybe for you, Taurus. I'm trying to think, like a lot of Taurus that I know do struggle a bit with that. This self-acceptance, like you're kind of really hard on yourselves about everything, your performance, what you're doing, where you're at in life, how you present yourself to the world. Like you're very hard on yourself. So maybe this message or these messages that are coming in, I feel like I almost see someone like an older woman, or maybe just some feminine energy coming in and just really speaking to your soul. But basically, this message coming in, or maybe you're remembering messages from someone older or someone wise, you know, that has pretty much helped you with your own self acceptance. Okay, but this is a time of reflection, a time of, again, transmuting energy. Again, I keep saying the phoenix because that's what that energy is, just death and rebirth, just recognizing out with the old, in with the new. And this is for forward movement. This is for growth now. This is for raising your vibration, okay? Yeah, and this is wisdom. This is old spirit wisdom. So again, I don't know why. I just feel like this is a feminine energy coming in with this. Maybe it's someone who was transitioned already, and you're remembering those words of old, those wisdom words of old. Something is going on though, and I do feel like this is very much related with this. There's blue, there's red. I'm gonna go so well. Yeah. So I'm going to say this is very much a spiritual transformation, a spiritual thing that's happening. Learning time and again to stop living from that root chakra, right? Where you are constantly feeling like you're in survival mode. You have to survive. You have to attack. You have to, you know, me against the world type energy. Whereas now, starting to recognize that when you operate from your spirit self, from your spirit wisdom and your crown chakra, you basically literally can transform yourself. You can transmute that survival root chakra energy into a higher vibrational energy, right? If that makes sense. You can literally change the world, change your world with the world card here. Okay. So then, let's talk about what's to come in the future. Okay, and then we'll get kind of like into whatever the specific situations are right now that need to be of concern. All right. So then there's a field, there's land somewhere. Maybe for some of you, you are thinking about purchasing land. There's an opportunity to purchase land. Maybe for some of you, I don't know why I'm thinking inheritance. And for others of you, because this is a field, I think a field of opportunity. So maybe there's some opportunities underway here in the future. But the eye is there. And so this means that you need to pay very specific attention. Read the contract. Read all between the lines, right? Get a clear vision on what it is that you want so that you can bring it to you or attract it to yourself quickly. But it's very important to dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and pay visual attention to things. Look and survey this land. And I could be speaking literal, but this could also be very this could also be very I don't know, hypothetical or just, figurative. Okay. So just but pay attention. This Your eyes need to be open. Be very, very mindful. Okay. Have clear sight in this. I almost want to say eagle vision, to be honest. Um, and just to kind of, yeah, this is like raven spirit. So so getting to the truth of things. So make sure that you're recognizing the truth about this, that you're getting down to the nitty gritty. Make sure that that this is integral, it's honorable, like, you know what I'm saying? But then also you have Wild Rose Fairy, which is about love. So this could be about contracts. This could be about marriage. This could be about okay, so much flooding in right now. So this could be about this could be like prenup. This could be whatever it is. Pay attention to, read between the lines. Pay attention to the fine print. Okay. But this is also about you getting a man. Okay. Yeah. 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 So for some of you, this is like an multiple opportunities, a field of opportunities, even in love. Okay. But the thing about it is, you got to get a clear vision as to what it is relationship and love even looks like, or relating and love looks like for you, so that you can bring that to you quickly. Also, so that you can make the proper decision. You need to be very mindful and clear on what it is that you're asking for and what it is that you want. Okay, so this is future for some of you. If you're already in a situation, just this is a card, I feel like this woman is really either seeking truth or she's really consulting with her spirit guide, her spirit animals to help her to live in her truth. Okay? Very important for some of you. Live your truth. All right? So, what is the situation here of concern? It looks like somebody here is a little bit concerned about or needing to get rooted. Maybe some of you have been kind of really thinking about your family tree, thinking about what you're leaving behind, thinking about literally planting trees and garden on this specific land that you may be acquiring here. I'm recording, my love. Are you okay?
Ginger beer, I can't find it.
Okay, you can have the rest of mommy's. All right. Close the door, baby. Thank you. And then taking a look at oneself in the mirror. Something is like, it's almost like it's something, what's done in the dark will come to the light, right? But this is taking a look in the mirror, a deep look in the mirror at oneself, at what's happening, at what's going on, and sharing what's done in the dark coming to light, okay, with this candle energy. Also, no worries. Don't worry, be happy comes to mind, because this can also be representative of having enough light for the step that you're on. So don't worry. As long as you stay rooted and grounding in what you believe in, as long as you stand for something. Trees are strong. They stand the storm. Stand for something so you don't fall for anything. Okay? Again, be very mindful. Okay, you have enough light for the step that you're on so that you don't fall, so that you don't stumble, and so that you don't want for anything, actually. Okay? But be very clear again with the mirror. This is still about, to me, clarity, right? Gaining clarity, but also taking a look at the bigger picture. It's also about taking a look at who, the woman or the man in the mirror. You know who you are, know what you stand for. And if we've lost sight of that, because this is right beneath the card of balance and new beginnings. So maybe there's an imbalance there at even recognizing who's in the mirror now. When you look in the mirror, who do you see? What do you see? Who are you? Okay? And you are not your job title. You are not your accolades. You are not your accomplishments and your achievements. Take all that away. You are not your many titles. Take all of that away. Who are you at a soul level? And if you don't know the answer to that, then now is the time to start seeking, right? Getting rooted. So what is the obstacles? Yeah, so this kind of confirms just like this bouncing around with this bouncy ball, bouncing around. It's just, maybe your mind is just very busy. I see the bouncing ball on the screen. You know how I used to follow the lyrics when you're doing like a sing-along or something. But honestly, I just feel like, yeah, you're kind of just getting along to get along, or singing along with life, but you're not really making sound choices. You're not feeling very grounded. You're up and down, all over the place, okay? And interestingly enough, there's the Lovers card here. So maybe this could be bouncing between one or more lovers, two lovers, right? Two or more is what I meant, lovers. But there's multiple lovers that could possibly be in this situation, or a relationship that might just be very topsy-turvy. It's kind of on rocky ground. It's kind of, just kind of not balanced because it's just bouncy. It's not stable. All right? Take it how it resonates. Again, with the lovers and this bouncing around, I kind of feel like maybe someone has been juggling. Maybe someone has been kind of bouncing back and forth, even if it's just in thought or whatever. There's not a balance. And so something about that feels a little bit murky, a little bit muddy. Maybe we're talking about muddy waters here. Maybe you've gotten yourself a little dirty. Maybe you've been someone, I should say. I'm not saying you, Taurus. It could be your other person, but someone's been lurking around in murky waters. Someone's been getting their hands dirty. Someone may have taken another lover, thus this bouncing around. So there's something going on here that is obviously the obstacle here, okay? Maybe your vision is just murky and clouded because you can't seem to make a decision, a sound decision, a solid decision. Stable decision. Okay. So now, what is the guidance? Well, first of all, you got to shine light on the issue so that you can get a grip on it, right? You got to know what the issue is. What is the concern? What is the issue? Shine light on it, okay? I always pay attention to the fact that this sun has 8 rays. So maybe this has been going on for 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 something, 8 years. Like, what's going on with the 8 for you? You know how it resonates. I would imagine there's no one out there that has 8 lovers, 8 children, but no, I'm really feeling like this is representative of time. Okay, um, maybe from the time you're watching this video, there's 8 hours to make a decision, or eight. You know what I'm saying? But the 8 is definitely relevant to someone. Maybe there's an 8 year difference between ages or something like that. But take it how it resonates. And again, shine light, or light is being shown. Something's coming to surface, something's being shown light on. What really needs to happen though here is some hibernation with the cave card. You're going to go into a bit of a dark space hibernation. When you're in the cave, it's almost like cave is, you're protected. Yes, it's scary. You don't know what the hell's up in there. It could be animals and insects and critters, but the cave is, it's shielding you from the harsh weather. It's shielding you from other predatory animals. Um, and it gives you time to just go dark, just to go silent, to go quiet, to meditate, to really change some things, to transform some things, to go through a cleanse, here with the water card. Cleanses, water is also about ebb and flow. So I don't know why, for some reason, I do see tears. I see someone crying, like Cry Me a River comes to mind. But at the end of the day, this is also very cleansing and purifying. Okay. So now, what needs to be released? I feel like with this cocoon card, someone is used to being in their own little comfort zone, in their own little cocoon, wrapped up in your own cocoon of thoughts and the ways of doing things. But, oftentimes when you are so wrapped up into yourself and your own ways, you don't open the window of opportunity up for anyone or anything else. And here I'm seeing that maybe there's at least about 3 different ways that this can go, or 3 different paths, or 3 different opportunities here, maybe 3 different choices. But you got to get your target right. You got to see the target in order to basically make your target, right? You got to see it and believe it, okay, before you can be it. So get on target. And the cocoon is just very representative of the cave, too. It's just kind of like confirmation that you do need to kind of go into your own little space. But don't get so caught up into being in your own way, thinking of things one way and in your old ways, that you just miss out on opportunities, right? Um, I don't know. Something's just really interesting about this energy. I don't want to say that it's heavy, but I want to say it's a little topsy-turvy, like that bouncy ball, right? What do you need to embody? We have the harp. Harp is here because you basically need to go quiet. When we listen to harp, I don't care what type of music you're into, what type of music you don't like. When we hear the harp, we're always calmed down. We think of weddings. We think of, sometimes some type of meditation. You know, um, it's just very relaxing and soothing. And sometimes, I even think of David in the Bible, right? How he soothed the King Solomon, I think it was, by playing the harp. Like, it's just very relaxing. So for some reason, I just feel like through all of this, either someone's being very closed off. Maybe there's someone's given the ice grill or this icy cold treatment. Maybe there's just, it's just maybe someone's residing somewhere where it's still cold, even though it's spring in certain places, it's still very cool and cold. Um, Maybe this is just a chance for someone to get away somewhere different. Remember that world card came out earlier, which could also represent travel. But basically, this is about what I really feel intuitively is this is about being calm, right? Slowing down, getting quiet, finding a place of respite, even with this tunnel, because again, this is still a lot of cave like energy, except for the differences at the tunnel, you can see the light at the end, okay? So change is inevitable, right? Um, and again, I say, remember that candle card was in here earlier. You have enough light for the step you're on. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. But for now, you have to embody your own personal calm. Find the calm within the midst of the storm. Where there is cold and there's this iciness, maybe in someone's relationship, because this is under the Lover's card. Remember that topsy-turvy energy and these muddy waters. Maybe things have gone kind of cold, but that's okay. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what you need to embrace and embody, because you are an alchemist. You are very magical. You know how to create your own reality and the endings, right? Your transformative endings, and new beginnings. So, I guess I'm asking, like, what actions need to be taken. And so, what you're going to have to do is do some healing. This root chakra, right? Purple amethyst is about healing. This red just reminds me of root chakra. Again, there's a lot of red in this reading. So, just get out of that survival mode. Drink from. This reminds me of like going to Catholic school and Catholic church, and then you take communion, right? And the idea is that when you drink from the chalice, you're drinking the blood of Jesus, right? Purifying blood of Jesus, right? Um, Powerful blood of Jesus. There was power, wonder working power in the blood of the Lamb, right? That was an old gospel song. And so just coming into your own personal power, recognizing that there is power in laying down your sword. You don't have to fight everyone and everything in every situation, coming out of survival mode, healing what needs to be healed, okay? Whatever issues from your childhood, from your past, even from your relationship woes and letdowns and disappointments, healing that, doing the work. And again, with this blue, we're getting right back to that, right? To that chakra healing, that crown chakra, just operating from more of a spiritual perspective of things and a spiritual place versus the physical plane, and always in fight, because it's almost like when we visit ether, sometimes I do believe that, like, when we travel, we might think that we're dreaming, and I feel like we're just visiting other realms. And even in dream state, you're so much more open to what you see. If you see your ancestors, if you see angels, if you see even natural disasters, like, you embrace those things so differently than you would in the physical world, because in ether you don't have any conditionings, you don't have any emotions and feelings in the way that you do. You've been conditioned to do so here, and so you embrace these things totally differently. You might run towards the tidal wave. You know what I'm saying? It's exciting versus you being, oh my god, I'm about to die. You know what I'm saying? So just embracing your own personal power, regaining your own personal power. You are magical. You have the wand. Your words are your wand. Um Speak over your situation, speak over your life, but again, get clear on what that even looks like, because this is also under that card, yeah, with the eye, the opportunities, and just having clear vision or insight, or just being very tuned in to the fine print, to what's really going on underneath, right, under the surface. And then just wearing your crown, and this has the same colors, that amethyst, those rubies. this is still healing that's happening, but it's also stepping into the your personal power yet again, because heavy the head that wears the crown. So whatever it is that you're going through or you've gone through that because it's been an initiation, because you can't wear the crown without having gone through something, right? Um, Kings are kings and queens are queens because they are full of wisdom, okay? Um, they've been groomed. They've been readied to hold the scepter, okay? Hold the magic wand. They've been ready to eat amongst royalty, other royalty, to act royal. They've been groomed to lead. So you've everything you've been through, even what you're going through now, you've been groomed to lead. So shut up, suck it up, step into your personal power. Get your wand. Okay? The changes that are underway for you right now, Taurus, Taurus, um, memories. So maybe some of you are going through some time of, I don't know, for some of you, I feel like mourning because you're remembering something or someone or things of the past. But you need to get some rest. And it's okay to remember. It's okay. Change is inevitable. It's the only thing constant in the world. So, get some rest. Remember, you don't have to be the weary warrior all the time. You don't have to hold your sword all the time. This is about volunteering. So maybe some of you already have that on the books, right? You're going to be stepping into some volunteer work. But even if you don't, start doing that. Maybe that's the one thing that you need to really anchor you and find your footing, your grounding, your balance again. Volunteer. Stop worrying about what it looks like out there. Stop worrying about others' perception of you, but just go out and volunteer. I remember actually, I was reading a book by Paulo Coelho, one of my favorite authors. He's just such a great um, storyteller, and then he just, I believe he writes a lot based on some things that are actually have happened. And but a great storyteller, and especially very, I will say he was very much a part of my own journey to awakening. And because a lot of his work, it just talks about, experiences and things that actually contribute to one's awakening, right? Spiritual knowledge, whether you look at it that way or not, but it was very conducive to my journey. And there was this one book, I cannot remember the title for the life of me, but there is a book that he wrote where he was speaking of himself, actually, and being an author and a famous author. And he went back to his, I don't know if it was his hometown, but he went back somewhere. And I think a friend of his was like, hey, let's go stand on the corners and beg for change or something. And he did. He went, now he was already an established author. He had money, a career. But he went back to stand on the corner to hold a hat out for money like the days of old, like his 20s or his teens or whatever it was he was kind of recreating. And there was something very invigorating about that, and also very humbling about that, because it was like in those moments, it was like, I'm just a kid again, and I'm out here, and I'm not worried about what people are thinking of me. I'm just out here with my hat collecting coins and compassion and love from people who don't even know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And so I say that because that just reminds me of the volunteer energy. Sometimes you just need to get back to your roots. Remember with the tree, roots, 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 getting grounded. Sometimes you just need to return back to your roots, whether it's returning home, whether for some of you it's just returning back to soul, to like what's truly in here, like, you know what I'm saying? Because returning home can mean many different things, but being able to do that so that you can remain or remember humility, right? Um, and then this card, yeah, it's pretty much confirmation. It says, be true to you. So those are the changes that are underway, okay? Volunteer time somewhere. Um, And I just feel like just remembering your past. That's why memories come up. Remembering the things that make you who you are, remembering the things that make you feel good, remembering the things that keep you grounded and humble. Okay, and just being true to who you are. Which again, I will say this again and again. Know what you stand for so that you don't fall for anything. Okay. Those are the messages, Taurus. Happy Taurus season. Happy birthday yet again. I hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, I love you. Be well. Optimal health and wealth to you. And wholeness. Bye.